Alright folks, here we are. Let's make a coin video. This is going to be the return from my biggest submission video. I'll put a link up right around there. So if you've been watching my videos, you've been hearing that I've had some grievances with PCGS lately. And a lot of them are going to be in this video. So yeah, basically, let's dig into it. Forgive the hand. That's a marker, permanent marker, and I got a little beat up this week. So anyway, yeah, let's dig into this. So here we go with the first coin. It is an 1888 Indian cent. I was hoping for a grade of 6. And a variety attribution for an 8/7 variety. So I got a 6 without the variety attribution. I don't think it is an 8/7. However, at the bottom of the right 8, there was something, but they weren't super clean either. So maybe it was just debris at the top of the 8. If you look at the pictures online, they show something, a bulge, extra metal, whatever you want to call it, at the top of the 8 and the bottom. And since I saw that at the bottom of the 8 in the same place, I was hoping maybe it would get that. Had it been an 8/7, even in a grade 6, it is only, it's a $2,150 coin. As is, it's a whopping 16 bucks. All right, got a Morgan here. 19040. I was shooting for a grade of a 65. Okay, I was optimistic apparently. But 19040, 64. So just missed it. I'll just put the values. I'll put the values in the bottom right corner like I do. Pretty nice coin. Here we have a 1964 proof quarter. I was shooting for a 68 and I got a 68. So nailed that one. Here's a Franklin, good old Benji. 57 Franklin proof. Got some toning on that one. I was shooting for a 68 on this and I got a 66. Not so nice. This was my Philippines, genuine, not gradable. Awesome. So, yep, that's 1944S. I don't know where I even got this one from. Let me see here, 50 centavos. I was looking for a 64 on it, and it said extra fine details, so I was way off on that one. I don't know. I mean, you send them in and you try to compare it to the pictures that you find of them. I didn't think it was that bad a quality at all. Extra fine, I mean, that's rough. Even though you might look at that and say, oh, well, yeah, you know, not a good strike and whatnot, but look at the ones that they got online. They're not much better than that. So I don't know. This whole order I've got issues with. A lot of them I understand. Sometimes the grades, yeah, I'm way off, but and this isn't even one of the ones that I have a lot of issues with, but cleaned also, I don't know. Once they're in these damn holders too, it's hard to see more of the issues because just the reflection off the plastic and everything. I honestly don't like getting my coins holdered. I just do it for ones that I think are going to be more valuable to, you know, determine if what I'm thinking is right. But yeah, it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. All right, 1952 quarter. This is gonna be a proof. I was shooting for a 65. And I got a 67, so that's good. And I made a short about this. Take a look here. Tell me what you see wrong with this. This is amateur hour at PCGS. They've got it labeled as a 5 cent, and it's a 25-cent piece, clearly. This was just one of the issues I had. Another issue I had that you won't be able to see here is them charging me for variety attributions full price when I didn't get them. So that leads you to question, was I supposed to get them or did they just overcharge me? If you don't get the variety attribution, it's a $9 charge. Normally, if you get the variety attribution, it's an $18 charge. So the problem was I literally had 4 months of orders. Every month I was sending in an order because my thinking behind it was I'd like to be able to make a video every month of a reveal. So they I don't know what they did. Like they saw how many orders I had or something, how many coins I had in there, and they just pushed them through. Everything just pushed big time, big rush on everything. I personally believe, I called them up and I complained. Customer support was nice on the phone, but they never give you any answers. We'll email you. Didn't email me. I told them I wanted, that it was on a totally different coin. I did question this. They wanted me to take pictures and send it to them and all this crap and said that they would reholder it if it was wrong. But I'm starting to think it might actually be worth more like this, you know, because I'm sure they don't get errors like this all the time. So over time, it'll probably be worth more. However, it shows that, you know, they're not always right and they make mistakes. And this is one of those mistakes, a pretty obvious error. I mean, it goes through quality control and everything. And they didn't, they rushed my order is what they did. They've got amateurs doing it, not trained well enough, something. But they've missed some other things too, which we'll go over. So anyway, sorry for the spiel. On to the next one. Okay, here we have 1959D. I was hoping for a 66. Got a 64. And I was also looking for the variety attribution with the D over D. So I'm going to take a closer look at this and see what I was looking for. I put it in for the variety of a repunched mint mark, and I remember now the reason I did it was because the mint mark's kind of smushed, and I just thought I was going to go for it. So if I want to believe them, this is not a repunched mint mark. Okay, another quarter. 1959. Okay, this is one with an issue that I got with it. So, we'll go over the grade, I thought it would be a 66, and I got a 65. Fine, that's no problem. Here's my problem. I did the variety attribution for a type B, and this most definitely is a type B. And a type B is they used the proof dies to punch a circulated quarter. So the way you see that is the S is separated from the E in states. Clearly, that's separated from the E in states. And the leaves are touching the A in dollar. So, right here. Pretty easy thing to spot. You don't even need a microscope. Here we go. Here's the last one I just did. Circulated dollar. Circulated. MS. Not proof. Circulated dollar. Here. MS. Not a type 2 or type B, sorry. And the S is touching the E in states. And the A, sorry about the glare. Let's see if I can do it better. The A is not touching the leaf. This is a normal strike. This, I did the variety attribution. This should be a type B. Most obviously, you can look at the true view and see it. Clear as day. So, paid for the variety attribution, did not get it. This is why I am questioning everything about PCGS right now. This order is just totally, pardon my French, up. I mean, so many errors in one order. And that's not the last of them either. I got more, so I'll show you coming up. Okay, here's a nickel. 1952, 5-cent proof. I was shooting for a 67, and I think this is one I sent in just because I thought it was cool toning on it. Or maybe I thought it was gonna be cameo, I don't know. At any rate, shooting for a 67, got a 66. Here we go with a Morgan. $18.98. Oh. I was looking for a 65. Boy, I was really hoping for 65s apparently. Pretty nice cheek on it. Very minor chatter on it. Back super nice. I mean, it's a nice one. 64. No variety attribution that I was looking for. I just sent it in because it was a nice coin. All right, another Benji. 1952. I think I was trying to get all my 52s. I'm trying to get the best that I can in every proof year. So 52 50-cent proof MS65 is what I was hoping for, and I got a 66. So I'm happy with that. Better than expected. Kennedy, 1964D. Okay, so if you follow me, I was looking for a lot of coins, or I was digging through a lot of coins through my grandma's old coin collection. I'll put a link up in the top right corner if you're interested in watching that video, but this was one of the coins from that collection. So, I was shooting for, okay, actually, there's an issue. I got two 64Ds. Both of them were my grandma's. One of them I was looking for the variety attribution of a double die obverse, or a D over D. I don't know which one's which. So I guess if I got the variety attribution, that means this is the one. At any rate, one of them I was hoping for a 65, one of them I was hoping for a 66. 65. So hopefully, well, I'm gonna have to take a closer look now and try to figure out which one this is. Okay, after taking a closer look at it, this is the one with the variety attribution, and I was looking for a 65, so I got my grade. They didn't give me the variety attribution. However, either, I don't know, either they made a mistake, or it's not as good of an attribution. I really don't know. Looking at the pictures, you see doubling on the N, in God we trust, or well, basically you see it on the slogan, whatever you call that motto. It's here. I'll pop up the true view. You can take a look at it. And maybe I didn't get it because I don't have much of it. You can really see it in the serifs. And mine basically just doesn't look as much like a double die obverse as theirs, but it's definitely got doubling in it. So I don't know what that's all about, but you can see it on the true view. And I don't know, one more issue I need to raise with them. This one's iffy. Maybe it's just because it's not as severe of doubling as theirs. I don't know. I'll talk to them. So while I'm at it, might as well show you the other one. This one's from my grandma, and they refused to hold her it because of residue. This one I thought would be a 66. They don't even do a roundabout one, but it was quite a nice coin. However, it's got a little bit of something gunk right there. My question would be, if I send it in for restoration, I mean, to me it looks like that can be cleaned off of there, but I didn't want to touch it. So yeah, I have to question them about PVC residue, or if that just damages it to the point where they just refuse to holder it. But I'll talk to them again. Next one, another Kennedy. This one's a proof, I believe. 64 proof. I was looking for, okay, I got one of those milk spots on it, but pretty nice coin. Really nice coin other than that little spot. I was looking for a 68, I think. So 66 at any rate. I honestly think that's way better than a 66. Let's look at this. Right there. So you got hazing, all that on this one. I see little fine lines. Those are polishing marks, but still, I see fine lines. I don't even see fine lines on this one. That's why I sent it in, because I thought it was exceptionally good. I don't know what they don't like about it to give it a 66. Maybe it's the milk spot. I don't know. That's a really nice coin, to be honest. I don't know. I really feel like this had a bunch of amateurs doing my stuff. And when you pay the prices that you got to pay to get these damn things graded, for them to be sending some noob, I know everybody needs to learn, but they go through QC. They told me that 2 to 3 different people look at them. And 2 to 3 different people look at them, and you let a freaking quarter pass through as a 5-cent piece. I mean, maybe I got 2 to 3 noobs looking at my coins. So here's the other one. Pretty nice. I sent both of these in because I thought they'd be 68 or 68 plus. I got 68 on one and 68 plus on the other. Now there's no milk spot on this one. So what'd they give me? 68, okay. So I'm gonna guess that this was the 68 plus and the other one was the 68. So I was off by 2 on the other one, off by half on this one. However, if this is that one, I have a variety attribution of a double die obverse, so let me check that out. Okay, so this is actually the double die obverse, and this is the other one. So this one, I actually got my grade dead on. This one, I'm off by 2.5. And I think the reason I may not have gotten it is because I was thinking it was a FS, I think they call it FS 103. And in the true view, it's hard to see, or harder to see in this one than the other one I was showing you, but it does have it in the trust. All the numbers are doubled. Liberty is doubled, and his eyeball is actually doubled as well. But I think it's an FS 103. However, on PCGS website, they have an FS 101, 104, and 105, I think. So usually the website I use, Variety Vista, they say if it's in red, it's usually on PCGS as well. But now I'm not seeing it there, so they, I don't know. So they may not recognize this double die. In which case, honestly, I should probably just send it to Annex, and they do all the varieties. PCGS is pickier about stuff, but they're also idiots, as you can tell. Okay, bad news. More bad news. Genuine, not gradable. 1890, Carson City. Tail bar. So this is actually, shoot, I can't remember. I graded it as a 6. I can't remember with the good, very good. I thought 6 is good, so if I'm right there, this is actually better than I expected. But it came back cleaned, which not really a big surprise. Not heartbroken about this terribly because I was more so just wanting to get a tail bar encapsulated. I've got a couple others, so not the end of the world. Still worth money. Another Morgan, 1896. All right, here's another one that I've got an issue with. 1896. I graded it a 64 and a VAM 4, which means double stars. And it came back a 63, not the end of the world, but no variety. Again, let me try to show you. In the stars, there's doubling. Let me throw up the true view. So I'm right. It does have the double stars. It's got a doubled 6, and the eye is doubled as well. Uh, you can't see it all in the true view. The eye is pretty weak, but it's doubled. Same with the 6. But you can see, extra points on almost all the stars and super clear doubling on the left stars. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like they just did not try at all. Some lazy kid in there not wanting to do his job or something. And when I called them and complained about some stuff, the lady did say that they had hired a lot of new people. And I just feel like they either didn't train them good enough or they don't have good employees. One or the other, but this should have been a double stars. So another one added to the stack of complaints. Here we go, another Morgan 1883 CC. And I rated it at a 64. And I got a 64. As you can tell, I'm a little bit better at rating the Morgans, except for the ones I thought was 65, but I've gotten a 65 back now, so I have a better idea of what they really want. But I gotta say, this one, pretty nice. Really nice. But, yep, 64. Another Morgan, 1884 CC. Rated it at a 63 myself. I can see why. Marks on the chin there. Other than that, though, pretty nice. 62. Okay. Probably because the scratches on the chin are deeper. They're more than just scuff marks, so. Yeah, I won't get too upset about that. Still at Carson City. Okay. Another Morgan, 1886. I have this rated as a 63 with a variety attribution of VAM 20, which is a double date. And I also wrote details, so I was under the assumption that this could come back as details cleaned or some other details. But I got 63. So I nailed the grade once again. No variety attribution. So I'm not going to complain about this one because not getting the variety attribution, I took a closer look at it now and I can see why. I thought it was a double date, or not even so much that I thought it was a double date, but something was up with it, and with the crack through it, and you can see like that shininess underneath the date. That's not doubling though. I don't know what causes that. It's like some kind of, maybe it's polishing or something. I couldn't tell you, but there's a chunk of metal on the left 8 in between the loops, and I think just because the date was funky and there's other things on it, I put it in for the variety attribution, hoping I might get something, but didn't get anything. Don't know if there is no variety attribution, or again, if the person is just lazy, not looking for stuff. However, yeah, didn't get it on this one. Not going to complain about it because I'm not seeing any of the top varieties on it anyway. So on to the next one. All right, last one out of this box. 2 more boxes, but they're not full. So this one is an 1884 O. This one I was hoping to get a proof like. I put a question mark with a PL, meaning I wasn't certain, but you can see You can see my shirt, my little man on my shirt. But that's more of the plastic, honestly. At any rate, 1884. Oh, I was hoping for a 64 and a VAM 6 on it. And I got a 62, way off, no variety, again. Yeah, all right, well. Okay, so took another closer look at this. I had it as a VAM 6, which is a far date and a double O, but looking even closer, I see that you can, it's really hard for you to see it there, but I'll put up the true view so you can see it. The VAM 6 has a curve towards the outer bottom left side of a double O. So mine doesn't really have that. However, if you go to PCGS, they've got about 20 different O over O varieties on there. And I have definitely got an O over O. So I think, again, you don't have to tell them when you submit it what variety you're looking for. I never have, and I've gotten varieties. So I feel it's just someone lazy. They don't want to look for it. They just throw a grade on there and bam, kick it out the window. Furthermore, I thought this could be a proof like, and I know it may not be a proof like, I'm not sure. I usually try to see the reflection in the fields. And this is, so the back's not as good. So that's okay. I'll give them that. This is probably not a proof. Like, I had a question mark next to it anyway. Just usually when I do that, I'm just thinking, they might give it to me. So no proof, like, I won't argue that, but there should have been a variety on this, a double O variety. Basically on PCGS, they cover all the double O's. So this definitely has a double O. You can see it in the true view. They're just not doing their job. And furthermore, while I was recording this, my phone died. So I was looking through the paperwork. All these varieties that I tried to get and did not get, they charged me for every single one of them. So full charge, 18 bucks. If you don't get the variety, they're only supposed to charge you half. I've had to call them on like the last 4 orders I've gotten back from these guys. They have charged me, whether I get the variety or not. And I have a feeling they're doing it to everybody. And the poor saps out there who don't know, they're getting overcharged. So if you send something into PCGS, which honestly, I'm really double guessing all the things I've sent into PCGS at this point. I think at first they were fine, but lately, especially this order, they are just dropping the ball big time. I have literally paid them thousands of dollars, probably about $5,000 in submission fees that I've paid them this year, or in 2022. And they can't even freaking just dig a little bit, you know? You don't have to tell them the variety. You just go for the variety, and they have to see if you have a variety. This is now, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th coin out of this order. Out of that box, 20 coins in there, 6 of them have issues. That's ridiculous. I'm gonna definitely be complaining. Okay, on to the next box. Yeah, I already took the lid off. And I'll show you this right off the bat here. This one I was pretty upset about when I got it back. It was 1857 Flying Eagle. I had high hopes for this one. I paid nearly $100 in submission fees because I rushed it, so I've been holding on to it for a while. I rushed it. I did a mint error designation because it looked like an offset die to me. Got a lot more metal here than you do on this end over here. And there was also, I think it was this one. I think there's a cut on it over here or something, if I remember right. Quality-wise, I was excited for this one quite a bit. turns out, according to them, it's counterfeit. I don't know how they know. I really wish they'd give you notes saying why they determined it to be counterfeit. Everything checked out to me. I don't know. At any rate, it's counterfeit. And yeah, I paid almost $100 to find that out. While we're at it, I'll do this one too. 1908S counterfeit false dies. I got both of these coins from the same guy on eBay, and he raked it in on me. I mean, false dies, I don't know. I'm assuming someone unauthorized made fake dies and started punching them. I mean, bravo to them. Great freaking fake. But I find it funny somebody would put, I mean, this coin is worth a lot if it's real. I just find it funny that somebody puts that much effort into falsifying dies to make a coin worth a few $100. I mean, yeah, you can punch out a bunch of them, but you can't punch out so many that it's not going to flood the market to really, I don't know. I'm just very frustrated with this order in general, as you can probably tell from my tone. All right, I just put in the two others. Bam. Just put in two more in the back of this one that I had 3 boxes, but there was only 2 plus the counterfeit and fake. So I just popped them into this other box. So this will be the last box. Well, it's already fake anyway. So, no, not fake, cleaned. 1878S. I always submit my 1878s for variety because they have so many of them. And a lot of time I feel it's not worth it. So I have this down as a 65, but they sent it back as cleaned unk. And the variety attribution I was looking for was any. So I'll probably look this over closer, just because if there is a variety, they still will tell you what the variety is. I've gotten cleaned, detailed coins back that tell you the variety anyway. So I don't know if there is one, but I'm gonna look it over and double check. Okay, another Morgan. Oh, I got a variety there. 1900. I was looking for a 63 variety attribution. I couldn't nail this one down, so I put it down as a VAM 11, 16, 18, or 24. Basically, it's got a double wing and a double olive. So it is VAM 24, double wing, and a 63. So I got the grade right, and I was right kind of on the variety. I just couldn't figure out exactly which one it was. I'll probably do some more research on this one and try to figure out what they were looking at exactly. Okay, and here come okay, these ones were kind of stupid of me. Let's see, 1952. You want that 67 because it's worth a few $100, but then if he knocks it down to a 66, bam, it's only worth $30 or something. So the modern ones are tough when you get one less, but I'm just getting used to it. Okay, another Roosevelt. So this is the 59D. So a circulated coin. I had a variety attribution for a double die and full bands. Now, I've had a lot of people tell me that I don't need to submit it with a variety attribution for full bands. However, I did call them and they told me if you want full steps, full bands, then you need to pay for the variety attribution. But then I complained about some other ones that they charged me for the variety attribution, and there were 3 that I did the variety attribution for. I didn't get it on any of them, but I got full bands on one, which I thought I needed a variety attribution. They paid me back for all 3. So that's telling me that you guys are right and they're wrong. So I'm gonna start pushing that when I call them. Any rate, I thought 65 on this one, and I got a 66 full bands. So I need to call and complain and see what's right about that. So, I mean, it's a pretty nice one. The double D, we'll see what we can see in the true view. Okay, so I just took a closer look at it, and again, I'm pretty sure I should have gotten the repunch mint mark. Really hard to see here. I'll put up a couple pictures. I'll put up a picture of my TrueView, and then I'll put up a picture of what PCGS has on their website, on the app, showing their mint mark versus my mint mark. And boy, it sure looks real similar. So if I don't get that, I don't know why, because it looks, I mean, it's not exactly the same, but it is super similar. So yeah, I don't know. It's really hard for me. Like if I had got 1 or 2 that were kind of iffy, I would let it go. But this is now the 6th coin out of an order of 27 coins that I feel they screwed up on. And being how I have so many that are obviously definitely wrong, not an opinion, like the type B, and what else? Oh, the 5 instead of a 25 cent. I mean, super obvious errors. I feel this lot of mine got appointed to a really bad employee, and they just dropped the ball. Probably saw a bunch of coins in front of them, didn't want to be there that day, and just was like, oh, whatever. So I just question so much of this order now, and it just, even the grades, I mean, who knows? I mean, some of them, I don't know. They're close. It's not too far off from where I am on a lot of stuff, but it just, when you have so many that are such obvious problems, it really makes you question a lot of it. All right, this one is more of a joke than anything, but I mean, I wanted it, I hoped, but I submitted this 1964 proof Roosevelt dime. I submitted it as, well, I submitted it only for grading. I was hoping to get a 70. I know that's pretty ridiculous, but I literally could not find anything wrong with this coin. It was extremely nice. 67. I mean, I'd have been okay with a 68, 67. I don't know, man. That is a freaking nice coin. Any imperfections you see is going to be on the plastic, because this thing was just freaking nice. I seriously, with the loop, could not find anything. And maybe it's the strike or this or that, or, they'll find anything they can. I know 70 is hard to get, but I just, I took it straight out of a mint set or proof set and crossed my fingers. So, extremely nice coin. But it's just a 67, so I don't even know what that's worth. I'll pop up the value on the bottom right. You know what I should actually do? Is I should resubmit. I should call them and complain and tell them that I want them to take my whole order back and redo it. You know, see, they have a warranty. I don't know if they do that, if they'd accept that, but seriously, I feel this whole order is just, again, pardon my French, this order's 1981 P Philly, 10 cent. I did a 67 plus. I know already I probably didn't get that. And a variety attribution, 66 full bands. Again, variety attribution to get the full bands, paid for something I didn't have to pay for. And they gladly took it. So, yeah. Okay, this one, I knew I wasn't going to get the variety attribution on this one. I just did it because I was kind of, oh wait, no, I guess I didn't submit it for the variety attribution. Okay. 2003 Philly. I had it as a 67. 65. Sad. I did, talking about the variety attribution though, because this whole reverse is doubled. And I'm assuming it's just too new to find that. I have talked to some people online about submitting it to another place to try to get the variety attribution recognized by some of these grading companies. So that's going to be a long road to hoe, I'm sure. And no, long road to hoe. I just found out that I've been saying that wrong my whole life. So anyway, if that time comes, I'll make some videos of it for you. Another Susan B. Anthony. I don't know if you guys saw my Susan B. Anthony video. I'll put it up. Well, it's not a Susan B. Anthony video. It's basically a failure video, but top right corner if you want to watch me be an idiot some more. 1980 Denver SBA. I had it as a 67. It was pretty nice. 65. Better than the results I got in my other video, so give me some credit on that one. Here's a bummer. Genuine, not gradable. 1987. Environmental damage. So this one, this one's questionable as well, because I understand there's all this hazing on it. This came straight out of a mint set. So is the environmental damage from the mint set, or did something else happen? I don't know. I'm gonna have to call and question them on that. So much work to do. As far as that 50 goes as well, I've had that kind of hazing on other coins and sent them in and didn't get that. So this one I'm actually quite proud of. I don't really like the Sacagawea dollars, but I found this one and I thought, man, that's one of the nicest ones I've ever seen. It actually came out of a mint set too. So a 2003 Philly Sac. I had it as a 67 plus and I got 68, which I was actually kind of surprised that I got a 68 because there's a little bit of a mark right there in front of her face, and I think there was something on the reverse too. I mean, getting a 68 on a circulated coin I mean, you might as well get a 70. That's extremely rare. So, in fact, I'm gonna go look and see what the population is of these. All right, I just looked it up. There are only 28 that are higher population than these, and what that means is anything over a 68. So there's only 28 coins, according on PCGS, is that they've graded. That is better than a 68. So that's not bad. Somewhat rare. I'll take that. I mean, I don't think it's worth a lot at this point, but maybe in 50 years, it's going to be worth a lot more for my kids or something. Or maybe when I get really old and destitute, that'll be a good time. This has got to be one of the last pennies I'll probably ever submit, unless I'm damn sure, because I sure don't do well with the pennies. 1987, Denver. I rated it as a 66. See that haziness on it? Same thing as that 50-cent piece. But they said that one was environmental damage. 64. 64? Kidding me? That's pretty freaking low. I mean, 65, 66 maybe. Well, and I just said it was 66. It's, oh man. Whatever. Whatever. I mean, seriously, does that look that bad to you? So you see the bumpiness in the fields? That's from the strike. That should not be held against me. Furthermore, I did a variety attribution. I mean, are you seeing any scratches or anything on it? Even that red, that dot, that's not on the coin. You can see it moving. What the heck is that, actually? It's inside the thing. Man. I should complain about that, too. I am just, not happy. You pay buku bucks for this crap. And that's what it is crap when they give it back to you like this. Not to mention the holders, I noticed scratches on them and stuff. I know they're gonna get scratches, but when you get it back from them, they should give it to you in pristine condition. Anything after that is your own problem. And I'm pretty sure the variety I was after for was a double D, and I'll have to check that out. Upon further inspection, I do agree that this did not have any variety attribution for the mint mark. It's something I saw that wasn't right. So I'm plain as that. All right, last one of the group, guys. 1987 P. Nickel. I did variety attribution. I can tell you right now that was probably for full steps in the back. And 66. Sorry, forgot to call the grade. I thought it was going to be a 67. So, full steps. Hard to see again here. I will throw up the true view. Okay, so looking at the true view, it sure looks like it's got full steps to me. I understand the steps to the left and the right don't have it. However, once again, I have seen them give the full steps. I have coins they've given me the full steps attribution for. It's supposed to just be the front steps with PCGS. The side steps on the side of the building don't need to be complete. It's just those first full steps. So those are front full steps. So once again, I feel they didn't give me the attribution that I should have gotten. Somebody dropped the ball on this order big time, and I am pretty pissed about it. I'll show you right now. These are all the coins out of an order of, how big was that order actually? No, it was more, it was 30, let's see, 27, it was 35 coins, I think, all in all. I did do a video on one that I got back early that I'll put the link to right here. But yeah, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Out of 35 coins, 9 coins have an issue that I need to get in touch with them about. Not to mention, did the rest of them get graded properly? I don't know. That it just, with that kind of money that you put into this crap, you would think that they'd try. But I understand how a lot of people are. They just don't care. I understand the hiring market right now is extremely difficult. A lot of young people, not to bash young people, but a lot of young people that don't care about things as much as the older generation. And yeah, just poor service. I'm sure everybody's realized in the last few years, the service has just gotten horrible in the last few years. Not just this, but just everywhere in general. So the labor pool is really bad right now. And I feel they hired somebody, hired a few people that just don't care. At any rate, thanks for sticking with me through this long video. I really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you enjoyed this, please hit that like button, and I'll see you guys on the next one.